What's up, wild ones? So, we want to scale. We want to take our brand into a mission. We want to have this global platform for change and for actually creating something with our life to leave that legacy. And we're like, okay, so I know I need to tap in. I've got to activate my third eye. I've got to open up my throat chakra. I've got to really, really get into that primal intuition. I've got to know who I am, and I've got to speak the mission into the world, and I've got to do it with consistency. Yes, 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 and all of these things. And here's the danger in that. And you're like, how is it dangerous to know myself more, right? How is it dangerous to activate this energy? The danger lies when all we're doing is the work to activate and then like taking action on it, but we haven't actually done the work on how to hold a bigger, more potent level of energy in our bodies. Now you're like, wait, but I've done the mindset work, but I'm journaling, I'm taking action, sometimes even consistently, sometimes. Except so many of us forget this one thing. We haven't understood, we haven't learned, we haven't remembered how to transmute energy through our bodies. So this body, right? This body is the portal for the divine to move. And until we actually begin to expand our capacity to hold a higher frequency, a higher vibration of energy, a higher level of understanding of ourselves, of really tapping into our third eye. That's our intuitive center, that's our intuitive knowing, that's that space where we're going into primal intuition, that primal body, and we're really understanding ourselves at a deeper level so that we can then understand source at a deeper level and how source is asking to move in and through our lives, right? So many of us, all we're doing is working on, we're using oils, we're doing tapping, we're doing all kinds of, we're using our yoga practice, our meditation to open up our third eye. Like, let me just know the answers. Let me know the answers. Open me up to my intuition. I want to reclaim that primal intelligence, that intrinsic knowing. I want to speak from my truth and really live in that energy. Except once we open ourselves up to that, right? What happens is that our body has to be able to hold that level of energy. Our body has to be able to use that energy in a way that serves the highest good. If we are not understanding how to actually begin to transmute this energy, to hold space for it and transmute it into a higher frequency in the way that we're living, the way that we're loving, the way that we're creating, then what happens is we get energetically sick, right? We're about to up level. We've done all the work. We're being consistent. We're working with the mentors. We're activating that third eye. We're intuitive. We're knowing our answers. We're trusting. And then all of a sudden shit hits the fan and everything seems to fall apart. And we're like, I can't, we're getting throat issues, we're getting stomach issues, we're getting heart issues, like heartburn, or just general stuff happening, injuries out through the shoulder, the back of the heart, and maybe the power center, right? And we're just like, what is happening? And then we're like, okay, I need a week or two to recover. I'm in bed. I can't even, and we're energetically sick. Or we're wondering why we're trying to speak our truth and no one's listening, and it's because we're kind of showing up and then we're kind of hiding, and we're like pulling back and we're pulling back, and we've got this energetic fight happening because our body isn't able to actually use that new level of consciousness, that new level of awareness that we're trying to activate. So if all we're doing is trying to activate it, but we're not actually doing the work, the internal work to understand how to transmute and alchemize that energy through our body. So this is when we start to drop into our breath. We begin to track. We get so much into the mind and we're like, okay, but let me think this through, right? I was doing a VIP day for one of my dear friends and mentors, and I'm like, okay, no, we're back in the brain. Like, drop back into your body, drop back into your body. And we've got to be able to understand, okay, so let's say we track with the breath, right? This is one way that we can use it or do it. We begin to open ourselves into the breath and we're understanding what's happening. And then we start to notice where the breath feels sticky. If we're taking really deep, powerful breath, like so there's this orgasmic breath where you're breathing in and out through your mouth, and it's all right, and you're doing this breath work and you're feeling like right? And it's not working. Like you're like, oh my gosh, this breath is feeling really sticky, and there are different parts of my body that are feeling really weird, or I'm feeling like I kind of need to shut that breath down, like it's feeling a little bit too ooey gooey, and I don't know how to hold that much ooey gooey in my body. Then we begin to track, okay, so what's happening? Track that breath in your body, track the breath and what's going on, and then how can I alchemize that into a level of awareness that allows me to take embodied action from that space of being able to hold it in my body. We can start to feel into just what's happening in our body. So if someone asks a question, or if we're asking a question, we're like, okay, highest self, God, divine, like, what is my next step, right? What's my next step here? And instead of like, okay, right? And we're just like, I'm gonna tap, I'm tapping, I'm activating my third eye, right? I'm activating, and even if we get the answer, what's happening in your body as you're doing that activation? This is how to stay sacred and safe on that consciousness level while you're doing the work. So rather than, it's like we're being irresponsible by just doing part of the journey. It's like learning the law of attraction and then you never learn the law of vibration, right? Like you never actually do, you don't go all the way in, you're just doing surface level, and you're trying to activate and awaken and do all these things on a surface level, on that first level, but you're not doing the deeper work. And you're like, but my intuition, that's as deep as it gets. Yes, and are you also understanding what's happening in your body and then allowing yourself to pay attention to the energy? Yes, and then also understanding how to transmute this energy into your creativity, into your mission, into your message, into the way that you love, into the way that you make love, into the way that you exist in your life, the way that you show up. We all talk about get visible, do all the things, get your media, get all these things. Yes, and also, can you actually hold that in your body? Is your system going to shut down because you're only doing one level of the work and you're not bringing in the body piece, you're not bringing in the transmutation, the alchemy piece of what's happening in your own skin, so that your soul's work can get out into the world in a way that fuels you and turns you on, and your art becomes raw and primal, and you're like the only one who's known for what you do, because it's like, oh, that, yeah, I need to go talk to that person. Like they embody it. They know how to live that on every level, and that's what we want, right? Like we don't want to just kind of grow a platform for something that we're kind of into, right? I mean, maybe you do. If you do, it's probably not the space for you, but you want to be completely in it. You want to get lost in the sauce and be so turned on and wildly committed and in that space of devotion and knowing who you are, and you're leading and loving and creating and being from that space. That's what this is about. So if this resonates, then of course, make sure you are subscribed and turn on that little bell, bing, turn on the notifications. I think I just did an L, so we're not losers. What is this? L, love? Yeah, we're gonna do love. I don't know why this was turn on notifications. Turn on the notifications, make sure you're subscribed. If this resonates and you know some peeps, some souls, such as some soul brothers that this would resonate with, make sure you share this out. If you're watching or finding this on some other platform, Facebook, Insta, then make sure you tag some peeps. And then in the comments below here on YouTube, tell me, what are you doing to transmute energy? Are you like, I have no idea what you're talking about? Let me know that too. Do you want more videos on this? I may listen, I don't know. I'm pretty artsy, so I kind of just create what I want to create. But if you guys are all asking for something and it resonates, then I will definitely share something on it. And if you know you want to go, I'm just being honest. And if you know you like this stuff and you're ready, like you are already ready, you're ready to go deeper into this work, then go to sexmagicwoman.com and let's like really get you into this body of transmutation and alchemy, so that you can not just have a brand or a business or a side hustle, but you can actually have a movement that raises the vibration of our planet just by you being you. All right, that's it. I love you. Hey, it's under 10 minutes, so I'm gonna hang up. Bye. I love you.